What's going down, guys? Wow. Been a little while since I've done a good video, but my dad's here and we had stuff to do. So here I am. My dad's still here though. He'll be here for a few more days. We have more family that came today. We're going to do a barbecue tomorrow. Plant a tree in remembrance of a family member. So tomorrow might be a hard day, so I doubt you guys will hear from me tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a straight family day. And so yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be sad. But we're going to plant a tree. So where do I start? So I want to talk about the crime scene. The crime scene is just way too complicated, in my opinion. I mean, there's towels on tables for no reason. There's towels on the desk. Stuff was moved. If it's a crime scene, why is stuff moved? Well, I don't know why so much stuff was moved. It makes no sense. The door thing is still driving me nuts. I don't know what's going on there. I really don't. I want to jump to this subject real quick. The valet parking receipt is one of my sources in Vegas sent me a picture of a valet receipt, and it looks nothing like Laura Loomer's at all. And on Laura Loomer's receipt, there's like no AM or PM, and it makes a difference if you're parking by the hour. You have to pay by the hour. It's like $12 or the breakdown for MGM Resorts, the overnight is $12. So that's something to look at too. Another thing, because on that Laura Loomer receipt it says that they paid $20. But if you're a high roller, you have a gambling card, and valet parking is free. So that's kind of a head scratcher there. So when I get some other info, I'll let you guys know. But the parking valet receipt is sketchy in my book. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, D. James's video about the 134 room second shooter. It is kind of plausible. It could work. But I have some questions. Can the adjoining room, if you're in 134 and you want to close the door to go to 135, but on the 134 side, can that be locked before it closes? Or is it one of those ones where you lock and close it and it unlocks just for safety and then you have to lock it? That's a good question, because I know there's no door handle on the 135 side of that door, so do you have to have a lock? We need to get more info about those doors. And the laptop there's a laptop on the food cart in the hallway of 134 inside the room. Then there's one on the bar in 135. But I mean, it almost seemed like he had so many cameras and cables, and he was drilling holes in walls for cable and this shit. Why couldn't he have it rigged up to do both from either room? But we wouldn't know that anyways. They wouldn't tell us that. Because we don't know if on the laptop in 134 that you couldn't see what was going on from the peephole in 135. They didn't give us that info. And vice versa. from the other laptop. Maybe you could see the stairwell door better, or, you know, maybe you could see all angles from both laptops. So, my theory is if you could see both point of views or from either laptop, that suggests maybe one shooter. More, in my opinion. If you can just see certain things per laptop, that kind of says two shooters, that kind of says one shooter. If that makes any sense. Kind of like Charlton says, that means it's like set up for, you know, one guy. He can just go back and forth. But we need to find out the timestamps of when the doors were open and closed, even after the shooting, kind of a deal. During the shooting. That kind of stuff, because it could have been set up to where you could see both kinds of views, you know, split screen on either laptop. So, and then another problem that I have with 134 is that, you know, I'm a big guy, not everybody's like me, but if you were going to get out the door on 134, that food cart's too close. So how are you going to pull it back towards the door to close the door and get out? You know what I mean? Because if you can lock the adjoining door on the 134 side and go in to the 135 side and whack paddock or, you know, whatever, and go out, that kind of needs to be known. But one of the people that I was talking to says you could see some of his medication and some of the pictures, and, you know, he had some issues, some breathing issues, and so I don't know, maybe you guys can look at it better than I can. But the food cart, in my opinion, in 134 hallway, before you go out to the main 100 hallway, is too close to the door to even get around it to get out. I don't know, maybe you guys can look at it better than I can too on that. And like, if you were going to try to escape out of that room, you would want the food cart on the opposite side, the way the door opens, so you could get out. You know, if you were going to try to plan a little escape, things didn't go right, shooting the fuel tanks, whatever the case may be. But I think it was on the wrong side, but that's just my opinion. So those were some things that I was thinking of. I don't know what the towels are. I kind of heard another far-fetched thing where they had Paddock, you know, this was somebody's theory, that they had a bag over Paddock's head and they used that blue tube for him to breathe, and then they whacked him after the shooting or pretty close to it. So then when they did the coroner's report, the time would come up closer to the time that the shooting stopped, which I guess is kind of a long shot, but I don't know. There's just so many variables here and a lot to think about. I don't know. A lot of the crime scene pictures are just not sitting right with me. So maybe you guys can look at them more. I don't know. We've all looked at them quite a bit, but I just feel like we're missing something close. And I feel like those crime scene pictures was almost kind of staged in a way to make us know that it wasn't how they said it went down. It was put that way to make us get the real picture of what went down. I don't know, these are just some thoughts I've been thinking. I've had a lot of time to think. I've been working on my wife's car. I got that going. Congratulations to Denise Bates for the honey. The lady down here at the post office is kind of driving me nuts, but I'm gonna get over there Tuesday and hopefully send out all the rest of the honeys. So we're almost at 400 subscribers. I think we'll do a big giveaway on something. I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe at 450, depending on timing. Yeah, but it feels good to be back, guys. Sorry I've been busy, but family life comes first, and it's just the way it goes. Happy wife, happy life. But we got our car going. Now we started putting the other tractor back together. It was the wrong pump. Just one thing after another with the tractor. But anyways, like I said, tomorrow, it's a family day. We're going to barbecue, plant a tree in remembrance of my cousin's daughter. She passed away, so we're going to spend family time and enjoy each other's company. But on some of the points I brought up, guys, think about it and let me know in the comments. And another thing too, guys, the car thing is getting pretty close. I'm ready to blow up a car. A couple more donations would be really nice. It would make it faster. So if any one of you guys could help that want to see a car blown up with tannerite, and it's just to show what would happen if a car, Paddock was planning to blow up a car with tannerite. So if you guys want to see that, try to help me out at PayPal me/Alan Duckworth, and I'll put the link down below. So hammer down, farmers for truth, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.